Hello, my lovelies, twin flames and soulmates. Let's see what's going on for you this week in love. So we're going to see what you need to know about your current situation, whether you're in separation, whether you're in union, whether you want to be, whether you don't want to be. Let's find out what's going on. So what are your feelings about this? That's like half the deck. Let's try again. Spirit, what are their feelings about this current situation, about their person, whatever title you happen to give that? What are their feelings? That it needs some work, it needs some balance. I feel like some of you are praying for a fucking miracle. Let's be real here. If you are a true twin flame, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. There is so much heaviness that happens that you have to work through in order to alchemize, in order to become your most authentic version of yourself. And it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of effort. And sometimes we're barely hanging on by a thread, right? And so I feel like Spirit's trying to tell you, don't give up. It is going to be worth it, but you have to decide what you want. You always have free will. You never have to be with somebody who really hurts you or uses you in some way, shape, or form. And if you cannot be with this person because of collateral damage, that is okay. They are giving you a free pass and telling you you're still going to do your mission work all by yourself. It's always better if you can do it with this person, but if you can't, it's okay too. So they're trying to figure out some things. I feel like Spirit's trying to usher in some miracles for you going forward. So your feelings are that you need some balance. So how accurate are your views on this situation? You might be overthinking things. You could be in this period where you're a little bit cold, maybe a little rough around the edges, and I feel like Spirit's trying to help you to soften those things. They're telling me to soften your heart, right? Because you're very wise. You wouldn't be on this path if you weren't. But I feel like sometimes we need to involve the emotions where we're disconnected from. So is your heart space open to receive? That message keeps coming out in the readings this week. So are you open to receive love? And if not, Spirit's trying to awaken those things within you because they want to bestow upon you some awesome stuff. Emotional fulfillment, wish fulfillment, balance, okay? And so I feel like by you doing the work, that's what helps to create that balance. But it takes a lot of courage and a lot of fucking strength to get there. And Spirit's telling you, it's okay. We're going to help you through this. All right, so well, that's interesting. So these three popped out. We have the Empress, the Three of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So I feel like the Divine Feminine in this connection is making a choice to be happy, to go forward, maybe in a new direction. Maybe she's finding her confidence, her courage in order to face her fears and change. So how can you better understand this? What do you need to understand better in this situation? That it's going to take time. That's like divine timing, right? It always comes out in twin flame readings. But I feel like there could be a lot of frustrations around work or money. I feel like Spirit's trying to also kind of, they're giving me the word compass. So to follow your compass would be your true north. Where's your north node in your birth chart? That could be really important. Mine is in Leo. Mine tells me that I am supposed to be seen, hello, and that I'm supposed to showcase my gifts, talents, and abilities in a public way. So here I am. I feel like Spirit's trying to tell you that they've planted these seeds within you for a reason. So if you're feeling frustrated, there's something that's a little off. Where can you redirect the energy? What are you missing? What is something that maybe you need to see to change your outlook? Is it worth your time? Is it not? Is this relationship worth your time? Is it not? Is it a true twin flame? Is it not? Is it a karmic partner? Remember that both of them are going to be great teachers for you, but your true twin flame, if you have one in this lifetime, is going to be your greatest teacher. They're going to mirror all of the things that are broken within you so you can heal them, so you can bring the darkness to the light and embrace who you truly are, to follow your purpose, to follow your calling. Not every single person has a twin flame in this lifetime. A lot of times we're dealing with soulmates or karmic partnerships. We have lots of soulmates. Some are friends, family, lovers, and even our pets. And you have many of those. Those are much easier relationships. A twin flame is meant to awaken all of the hidden aspects of yourself. It's a catalyst for you to heal, to go through your dark night of the soul, your spiritual awakening, your growth, your ascension, and it is a big undertaking. And not everybody has that happen in this lifetime. So if it's truly your person, and you are truly the other half of that person's soul, you're going to figure out what you need to figure out to come back together with that person. You can never completely detach from them. Why? Well, because they're the other half of you, right? They're the other half of your soul. So you can't just let go of that person. And if you are a true twin flame walking this path, you completely understand that. There will be reminders everywhere when you try and disconnect from this person. Their energy will literally magnetize you to come back multiple times over because it's part of the healing process. We kind of push away for a while and we work on ourselves and something will bring us back. And then we push away again, and we do that several times until certain things are healed within us so that we don't trigger the shit out of each other anymore. All right, so what should you do to move forward? That's a good question. What should you do to move forward? You gotta decide. Okay, so you may have lots of options, but I feel like ultimately the only one you want is your other half of you. Maybe you don't. For those of you that are like, I hate that person, fuck them, blah, 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 then you're probably not a twin flame, because ultimately you're going to have love and compassion for that person because you realize that you are one and the same. So if that's not what's happening, then it's more than likely a karmic. It's not your person you're supposed to be with forever. It was a lesson. So did you learn anything? Did you take the lesson? Did you amplify it? Did you grow from it? If not, why not? Why aren't you doing the work? Because that's how you get to where you want to be. Some of this journey you have to do alone, right? You've got to be a little bit independent in some parts of this journey. It's part of the process for you to go within and reflect and do the shadow work and do the healing so that you can come into your purpose and grow. All right, so what do you need to know, grow, and let go of? What do you need to know? All right, you need to know that you can trust your instincts and your intuition. That's going to be huge. There's some sort of truth, clarity, bright idea coming to the surface, and I feel like it's also kind of energetic downloads. I feel like hiccupy, burpy energy coming to the surface. So it's like something's coming up for you. I feel like there's almost like a light bulb moment that's happening in this connection for somebody. So there could be breakthroughs. Maybe you guys have been in no contact. I did do a couples and separation reading, so check that out. But there's this element of knowledge coming through, and I feel like it's time to apply what you have learned. So part of that is, someone has a genuine love offer coming in, and you might think that it's too good to be true. Yeah, right. Have they really changed? Is this really my person? It's like you need proof. And so I feel like this person realizes that they have to show up, but they have to tell you the truth. And I feel like they have to do it face to face for you to actually believe it, because there's some element or some question here of like trust and honesty. And so if trust has been broken, it's sometimes irreparable, and that's not great. Spirit's saying that could be dangerous. That's a slippery slope. So we want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. So what do you need to grow from this situation? It's all about ascension, right? Holy cow. Okay, so all paths lead home. They all lead to commitment should you want to get there. But part of this is spiritual enlightenment. Okay, and so you've got to master each level. Each one of those stairs is a new level, which brings new challenges or new devils, right? So we've got to master each lesson. Think about when we were in school, right? In grade school, you learn everything you need to know in kindergarten, right? So why do we have to keep going? Well, because you didn't learn everything, and so sometimes we think that we know everything on our journey. You don't. You have a lot to learn. We all do. And part of this is your healing. So then we ascend, right? We keep going level by level by level. And when we reach the top, that's enlightenment. That's when we come into union, because we've gone through all these challenges. And if you look at his face, he's extremely happy, right? He's sitting there laughing and he's totally content because he has all the answers, because he reached enlightenment. That is what the Twin Flame Collective is here to do. We're here to bring in love to the planet, and we're here to show people that true love is what matters, and it is real. And you can go through all of these changes, all of these things through your ascension process, and you can be your best version of you, and you can have love. Okay, and so that's kind of the purpose of the twin flame journey. All right, so what do you need to let go of in this situation? Wow. Okay, so there's an unexpected love offer coming in. This is what you need to let go of. The worry. I feel like Spirit's telling me it's the worry. So that's what you're walking away from, is the worry of when. When is it coming in? When is it going to happen? Let go of that. Walk away from it. Remember, it's divine timing, not your timing, always. All right, so what else do we need to know about this? Oh, see, that's why we need the truth, because we've been dealing with liars, cheaters, thieves, manipulators, and untrustworthy people, karmic partnerships. So we're going to get the clarity of who we can trust and who we can't. Why? Because Spirit's got our back, and Spirit's going to illuminate what it is that needs to change, or who we need to let go of, who's not for us, and who is. So that's going to be really, really important. All right, so what do you need to do? Nurture yourself so you can continue to grow. I feel like you also need to be kind to yourself, right? The Queen of Cups is nurturing, motherly. She's compassionate. She's understanding. It makes me think of like a little squishy grandma, you know? And she's somebody that it's like, oh, honey, are you okay? Have you eaten yet? Like all that, right? Like that's her energy. She's a sweetheart. But at the same time, cross her and she's a mama bear, and she'll catch you, you know? So I feel like she's finding balance within herself, and I feel like she's been mistreated plenty, you know, because she's nice. She's a fucking doormat for a lot of shitty people, right? And we know that because we've had, you know, liars, cheaters, thieves, manipulators. And so she sits in this energy like, when is it really going to happen? You know, is this what I can expect forever, is just the same old, same old? She doesn't want that. So she's got to go inward. She's got to do the work to repair the broken heart that she's dealing with for this opportunity to come in, because we know it's coming in. But, you know, she's probably going to think it's too good to be true. Yeah, right. When pigs fly, that'll fucking happen. Believe it, because it's coming. All right. So what do you need to release in order for this opportunity to come in? You got to make a decision. Do you want this person? Do you want somebody else? Do you want love? Do you want to go solo? Because you have a choice. But I feel like you've got to contemplate what your future is going to look like. You know, how do you manifest things? Well, you envision it, you sit with the feelings and emotions, and you resonate with that as if it's already yours. If I won Powerball tomorrow, you know, there would be signs. There would be some things, you know. I'd probably buy a bunch of land and a bunch more dogs and live like a hermit out in the middle of nowhere, because that's my dream. But I do feel like you have to start kind of envisioning, what is this life with this person going to look like? What's it going to look like for you? Is everything going to be completely ironed out? Probably not. But are you going to be able to come to some sort of common understanding and find balance? We hope so. So what are you working towards? What are your goals? What are your personal goals? Not as a whole, not in union. What are your specific goals? What is your purpose? What is your calling? What are you here to do? Because you each have individual mission work, and then you have collective mission work with your twin flame. So I feel like you've got to kind of figure out what it is you want going forward. So what do they need to think about, Spirit? What is it? What do they need to think about? The Empress needs to change her perspective. Okay, so you need to realize that all of these things are happening for you, not to you. Okay, and you need to see the bigger picture and find the silver lining. That the doom and gloom is not going to get you your happiness. You've got to shift your perspective, and you got to see the bigger picture here. Okay, and then that's what helps you to align with this Empress energy. Divine Feminines, you need to be in this creative, nurturing, empathetic energy, because that is needed at this time. The masculine leads in the physical and the 3D, the feminine leads in the spiritual. Are you tapped in? Are you listening to Spirit? Spirit's trying to connect with you. They're trying to, you know, align you with where you're supposed to be to fulfill this calling that you have on your life. Are you in alignment? And if not, what do you need to do to get there? What are some things that you need to focus on in order to come into alignment? So, okay, first one needs to be trusting your instincts, listening to Spirit, tapping into that hidden wisdom and knowledge, the High Priestess. Okay, you need to trust that instinct, but I feel like you're not for some reason or another. There's so much doubt in this reading, and it's because you've been manipulated before. So we've got to work through those things. What else does Divine Feminine need to think about? Manifesting it. I feel like that's really going to be the ticket for you, is that you've just got to manifest it. So bibbity bobbity boo. I feel like they are going to choose you. but you've got to do the work to get there. So, you know, it's like you've got to put in the time and effort. If you're manifesting it, again, what is the key to manifesting it? Put it out there as if it's already yours. Thank the universe in advance for all the things they're going to give to you. Know that Spirit always has your back. They're guiding you 100% of the time. You just need to believe, and then you need to do the work in order to go forward. All right, Divine Feminine, anything else that they need to know? Let go of the heavy burden. Leave it at the door, okay? You need to really release all these things that are holding you back from where you want to be. All right, what is the Divine Masculine up to? Let's see what he's got going on. What does the Divine Masculine need to know? Teamwork makes the dream work. He's trying to do everything by himself, it looks like. He thinks that, you know, I mean, he might be collaborating with Spirit, but I feel like for the most part, he's trying to do all of this on his own, and he really needs to learn to work as a team to get to his happily ever after. All right, so he does desire connection. He does want, you know, commitment with the right person, but I feel like he's not quite there yet, but he's getting there. Wow. So he may be coming forward with an offer, commitment, the Sun. It's the happiest card in tarot. He wants that, and he's manifesting it. Shit. All right, so you both have the Magician out here. Do you know that you're both manifesting each other? You are. Do you realize that I always feel like, and this always comes to me when I meditate about twin flames too, is that Spirit kind of tongue-in-cheek laughs about it a little bit. It's like, oh, how cute, they're praying for each other. Oh, how cute, they're manifesting each other. Sprinkle, sprinkle at just the right time. Oh, look, we're going to make it happen. So keep positive mindsets. Divine Masculine wants commitment. They want marriage. They want stability. They want to offer you that. They want to collaborate with you. But one or the other of you has to walk away from something in your past first. So what is it that you need to leave behind, Divine Masculine? Is it a previous partnership? Is it pain and trauma? Is it collateral damage from the past? Can you work through that and let go of it? Of course you can, but it's going to take some work. So work on it, because your Empress is waiting for that connection to come in. Interesting. I feel like the Empress could be with a divine, not a divine partner, a karmic partner, somebody who's really cold, somebody who has difficulty communicating with their emotions. I feel like there's just a lot of conflict there. I feel like this person could have been manipulated as well. And so it's not what they want. It's definitely not what they want. The Empress wants her Divine Masculine, right? What else does the Divine Masculine need to know? You need to boss up, okay? You need to find your courage. You need to find your strength. You need to face your fears and work through them and leave the past in the past so you can finally go forward. Yep. Because this is the abyss, right? It's like, we don't want that. We don't want to stay in survival mode. We don't want to be out here without our person. We really don't. We want that coupling up. And so there's lots of frustrations, I feel like, around work and money. I feel like there's been a lot of backstabbing, a lot of problems in the past, and I feel like some of it could have been through your own family, maybe close friendships, things like that. And I feel like you see this Empress as almost like your way out of all this darkness, right? Out of the pits. Okay, because that's exactly what this card implies, is it's like the pits of hell. And I almost get the sense that Divine Masculines, their journey, while it's different, okay, but they go through similar things through their enlightenment. I feel like the Divine Masculine has literally kind of walked through hell and had to survive it to get to where he needs to be. The Divine Feminine, hers has been a different version of that. I feel like spiritually she's been under attack for a very long time. So things like mental illness, things like, self-destructive tendencies, doubt, fear, all of that stuff, where the Divine Masculine, more in the 3D, has had to face a lot of those challenges. And I feel like they've had a lot of spiritual attacks, but in like the 3D. And the Divine Feminine has them in the 5D. So Divine Masculines, you're due a victory. So whatever it is that you're working on, allow the frustrations to go and find the balance, because you are also getting rid of all these toxic connections around you. Liars, cheaters, thieves, manipulators, untrustworthy people. They're telling me demonic presences that thought that they could come against you. They will not be successful. You will, because we have the victory card out here. Yep. All right. So your divine feminine is like your guiding light, right? And I feel like in the 5D, you're conscious. You guys talk to each other. She's like your little voice of reason in some regard. So trust your instincts and intuition when the time is right. I feel like the divine masculine, it's up to you to make this love offer. So you're going to have to get creative. You're going to have to come up with a plan on how you go about this, how you get to this next plan, because your divine feminine's doing the work. She's about to get a lot of attention. Do you really want to see her with somebody else? Because that's also a possibility if you don't get off your shit and you fucking go towards it, right? Because other people see her in this light of very sweet, very nurturing, but also really alluring and very sexy. And I feel like it really bothers you when you see anybody else giving her any attention. So let go of the illusions. Work on you in the meantime. I feel like it's getting really close to time for a lot of you to like come forward and take that leap of faith, because you're here to usher in this whole new world, right? Into the 5D, the new earth. So how do you get there, right? Slow and steady wins the race. I feel like you definitely need to take action where it's required in order to actually face your fears, overcome the obstacles, do the work, get there. All right, tell us what the outcome is for the twin flames and soulmates. What's the outcome for twin flames and soulmates? All right, so we've got to kind of like weed out the competition. I feel like you got to open up. You've got to be genuine. You've got to show your true emotions. You can't just be all up in your head. You have to actually make like some physical, tangible proof that you are interested in this person, or she may go towards somebody else. Let's be real here. All right, what else do they need to see, masculine and feminines? Yeah, the feminine is working on building her empire, so she's not necessarily focused on this connection right now. She's like, I got to do me. You do you, I'll do me, and hopefully we'll meet in the middle, but she's not going to waste any more time on this if you're not investing. So you got to come forward and speak your truth. You got to give her the clarity that you want fucking union. You want union, right? So speak up. Seriously, do you want to see her with somebody else, or vice versa? Do you want to see him with somebody else, divine feminines? Divine feminine, you're supposed to focus on you. Divine masculine, you have to lead in the physical. Like, that's how it's supposed to work. So do the work. Find your courage, find your strength. You got to go forward in some way, shape, or form. And you also have to walk away from what's not serving your highest good so that you can actually make it. You've got to do the healing work, the shadow work, the inner work. That's how you get there. But one or both of you has a lot of options, so you need to choose carefully, because not everything is as it appears. There could be karmics in the mix. There could be negative entities that are trying to wreak havoc on this, because let's face it, the devil does not want twin flames in connection, because that means that his reign is already over. So we're going towards a wish fulfillment, some happiness here. You need boundaries along the way, right? We know that. Anything else they need to know going forward? It's time to sever ties with the abyss, right? It's time to let go of the toxicity. It's time to get out of survival mode and focus on our healing. This person could be watching you, however it resonates, spying, watching, questioning what's going on, wondering if you've moved on, wondering if you want to hear from them. I do feel like you have many past lives with this person. You definitely have a past, or you know who this person is. What else? Yep. One of you is taking some time out to rest, because I feel like you're going through a lot, right? You're facing the devil. Literally, it's a face-off. So it's time to sever ties with the toxic cycles in your life, the serpent, the evil, all of the negative things. And it's time to focus on healing. Once you are working on the healing, it's time to take action and remember how to actually have fun and live again. All right, what is the outcome? I want one from each deck. A fucking victory. We love to see that. All right, so we're due a victory. We're due some new love. So either a reconciliation or potentially a new partnership coming in. Let's get one out of this. What is the outcome, please, Spirit? What do they need to know? This is your karmic justice coming in. So not only are you due a victory, this love that you want is there and it's trying to come in. And this is the karmic justice for all of your hard work, doing the shadow work, working through all the difficulties on your journey. Unions are here and unions are coming in. Have a great week.